This is not an easy video to record, but we all lost a real one today in the community. If you're in the internet entrepreneur space, people making money online, info, coaching, or if you want to watch some stupid freaking Miami girl TikToks as to what girls going to Pilates and going to the club. Ben was, I don't know how to say it. Like, I feel like I had to record this video. I don't record these videos for anybody. There's been many people that have passed in my life. There's many people that I've seen out there just like, that passed away. But Ben was special. We connected over his YouTube channel. I saw him start posting some videos. I think he had like 10 videos up on his own YouTube channel. I didn't know anything of this guy. I've always heard rumors about him in the sense of like, oh yeah, like he's legit. He came up on one of my feed and I showed it to some of my entrepreneur friends and they're like, dude, I've never met him, but I've heard great things about him. And I was watching his content and I was just so like confused. This man's story and his just message that he was sharing with the world was a message that needed to be out there, which was, this man's gone through, a few different weird setbacks in life. He was from like Cincinnati, Ohio. Looks like he was, really into basketball and then had to come to the epiphany and the realization that like basketball wasn't for him. But this is something him and I connected over when we eventually got lunch, which was that he was, in a way, he knew that there was something special for him. Something special, like pre-planned by him, by God. That he was meant to do more than just play basketball or to fit into this paradigm that everybody else had for him. And came to the realization that he was white and 5'10" and couldn't make it, too far in basketball. But basketball was the vehicle that led to him learning how to, I think he was like do photography with basketball or videography, and then eventually making a course in the basketball community or a basketball course, and then him learning how to make info and teach knowledge and sell knowledge online. He got into just the info space and making money online, and that's where he flourished. And there's a lot of guys that it's like it's all Lambos and Ferraris and expensive watches and flexing a lifestyle. And a lot of it's for show, But Ben like actually lived a good life. And he was talking from like such a different level of wisdom than anybody else. It was like because he was in the present moment. He was in life. Like he was living life. And he was the freedom that everybody aspires to have out of building a business, out of making money, out of like the sole purpose out of like almost everybody out there in the world, at least for myself and most other people that are, programmed in the current world that we live in, that we're supposed to live a certain set way of life. And it was like the last few years, he finally had breakthroughs. And not only did he have breakthroughs, but he saw the world through a lens that there's more to life than just these things. As in, more to life than just making money. More to life than just having clout on social media. More to life than just having a bunch of material things, but to maximize life and to enjoy it and to be present in the full moment. And so I saw this message, this story that this guy had. And I was so shocked at how little views that he had on YouTube and with his like what he was getting on YouTube. So I reached out to him and I was like, how do we blow this up? And I was like giving him all the game that I had. I think he ended up remaking a few of my videos, like People Dumber Than You Are Making Millions, and a couple others that were some of like his best videos that he made. And it was just like, I loved his angle. It is his like, angle in copywriting world. But like, I love his perspective. I loved his wisdom. I loved his insight. I loved his storytelling. I loved his like ability to just articulate things that most people just miss. It goes unnoticed. It's like something that a lot of people in this world in this time and this transition and into AI, into this new world that just everyone was missing. And so we ended up, I had a 24-hour layover in Miami. I was traveling from Puerto Rico to Cabo, and I had a 24-hour layover. I think originally I could have booked a 4-hour layover, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go grab lunch with Ben. So I booked a 24-hour layover, hit him up, hey, I'll be in time. And he's like, dude, let's grab some lunch. And he's one of those people where it's like you see people online on content and they act a certain way online and then they're totally different in person. He was the exact person that he portrayed himself online as. He was what you saw. And that's how you know like somebody is real and like just a real person, like somebody who's like in the real moment, is comfortable in their own skin and is true to what they say they are. And I think we like ended up eating lunch for 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. Time just disappeared hanging out with him. It was just, I felt like we both had lived parallel lives, and we just got to, collide into this moment of us grabbing lunch and, pushing each other along the journey with content. So, yeah, that was like a year and a half ago. And then I went through our messages and I was like, wow, we really, like, I didn't realize how much we went back and forth over the past year. And honestly, it was a good amount. There's a few times I sent him some big, huge text messages saying like, hey, like, I love what you're doing, but it's just like, you have so much more in you to share and to give. And I just loved his ability to keep showing up, his resiliency. Like, everybody's friends with him, honestly, in the industry. Like, he's such a great dude. And he would always listen. And he would take some of it and leave some of it that he felt like didn't apply. And I don't know. There's just some sort of gut feeling that like his message was meant for a lot. And it's just so sad to see the message that I've seen. Like, I had to text like some of his close friends out there in Miami, just being like, "Is this real?" I texted Sanjay, one of his really like good friends, like, "Is this real? Like, is this real? What I'm seeing about Ben?" And I didn't believe it. I don't think anybody really did. But Ben's message is the message of our generation right now. Is the message of, if you're somebody who grew up knowing that you were meant for more, if you know that you have a purpose that you're called towards that's greater than your current situation, and you know that you were meant for more. He's the person that was shouting it from the top of the mountains, saying, "Come and get it." So, the beauty of the world that we live in now is all of it's online. He lived a lot of his life online. There's a lot obviously offline, but his message is everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's on X. He was an incredible writer. He was an incredible storyteller. He was an incredible content creator. And more importantly, he had an incredible message. So, yeah, he would have been 1,000 times better at wording all of this that I had inside of here. But go check it out. Go watch some of his videos. You'll see that he had a beautiful message all along that he was sharing. And I think a lot of people need to hear it. A lot of people need to live by it. A lot of people are called to do a lot more than what they've been allowing for themselves to live. And just as Ben did, you all can get to where you're living your best life. The top of the top. Not in dollars particularly. Yeah, you'll make a lot of money for sure. But the life that's meant for you, in the sense that like you're present, You're living in the moment. You're making other people feel good whenever they're around you. You're passing the torch of light. You got that charm or the charisma, that ability to make people realize, wow, life is good that we're living in right now. There's no better time to be present than now. So, anyways, to all of his friends and all of his family, love you guys. Sorry for the loss, but as much as I would say a loss, I'd say we all gained a lot out of all of this. This was a blessing to everybody. Died at a young age, but that man said a lot for his age. Love y'all. Thank you, Ben. Rest easy, brother.